Yo, what's up, Bonehawks? Shujinky Dink here. Welcome to a video all about just getting better at Mortal Kombat 11. You know, I was just playing one of these again, where I was listening to some tunes, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll do a little talking bit over top of it again. Viewers seemed to like that last time. So, two things that we're going to talk about in today's video. One is overreliance of moves, and how it can benefit you in a matchup by just knowing certain things. And the other one is being too obsessed over a read. And that's actually going to be our first match here that we get into with Rain. So let's get into it.
Accept your death.
So I'll begin by saying that I don't really know the Rain matchup that well. I've labbed them a little bit here and there, but I don't really play too many of them in Combat League. I did notice that was a punish though. But one thing that I noticed off the bat in this matchup, and this is just this particular player, not so much the actual matchup, was that he's using roll a couple times. There's another one that I managed to punish. And this is kind of where I talk about my first subject, because this is where I mess up, and I thought it was interesting to make a video about a mistake that I made, which is getting obsessive over a read. So right there, you see, I just got punished because I tried to read that he was going to roll, because he did it twice already. And I believe you'll see me either at the start, end of this round, or maybe the start of the next round. The same thing kind of happens to me. I try to go for the read of the throw on the roll, and it never comes because this gentleman is mixing it up a little bit. Right here, bam, punished again, but not a big punish. So at this point, I'm kind of not sure what to do, if I want to move forward with continuing the read on the roll or not. So I'm just kind of playing through the matchup. That 1-2 low leg kebab gets everybody. There's me again, just being a little bit too unsafe there, obsessing over this read, and it's going to continue to happen. Finally, I decided to give up on it. So now I'm trying to make reads on other things, and that's one thing when I get a little bit too obsessive with one read, is I'll try and focus on something else and find another pattern that the opponent's doing and focus on that to try and get my mind off of the other read, while still having it in my mind that he did a couple rolls. And at this point, I'm also kind of, this is a pretty sweet convert, by the way, I gotta say. So there I go, and that is the proper read, which isn't really a read, it was more of a reaction. I stood back to where I could punish him. If the roll came, I got a crushing blow punish into a big combo. If it didn't, I'm still safe, and there's me being an idiot again, going for that same read. But we didn't manage to take the first game, so that was good. That was good. But that was kind of the lesson for this first set. This is not a terrible set here against this Rain player. He's pretty good. He was doing some staggers that I don't think were safe, but I think you were kind of getting away with them. I was trying to mash my forward 2-1 in as much of them as I could, but you know, don't know everything that he does. And one thing that I have to also lab is punishing his little splash move that he was doing, because he was getting me with that a lot. That one right there. And the pushback on it is something I'm unfamiliar with. I might be able to blade charge punish it, but the saving grace to that is that he doesn't seem to be within too much of his range after he does it. So here's me getting the staggers going. Got to mix them up. Ooh, that was a good call out on the staggers by him, actually. So perhaps I was getting a little bit too predictable. Missed the anti-air there. Baraka's standing one anti-air is something else. Like, it's got this gigantic hitbox on it that, like, half the time I'm like, that shouldn't have hit. Not really sure why that hit, but lots of people break away out of my anti-air combos too, which probably isn't the best thing to do, because A, you get hit with the crushing blow. There's me trying to go for the punish on the roll again, and B, you could just doesn't do a whole lot of damage. That's interesting. So I used my down forward to low profile his projectile, and it actually caused it to create a punish situation because I wasn't in block stun from the projectile. So we learning here, folks. We learning. Stagger's going. That's +8. So I go into the forward 4 into leg kebab, which is a frame trap. He has fallen for that every time. In hindsight, I probably should have went for the forward 4 into chop chop, because that would have chipped him out, and it would have caught him for that jump as well. See, there's me trying to throw out that forward 2-1 on, just hoping to get some sort of a punish, and it never came. Again, that 1-2 into leg kebab gets everybody. Oh, and now he's caught on. So, do I mix up my game? Do I go with the overhead? Let's see. 1, 2, boom, commit to the overhead. There's no mix up there if you never use the other option of the mix up, right? And I go right back into the low again. Good counter by him. Boop. Booped me down. Forward 4-4 crushing blow into the fatal blow. That is going to leave us with what I always affectionately call an annoying amount of health. And boot him away. Boop. Planting the flag in the ground. And the back 2. It was like a 3-way mix there between the Blade Spark, back 2, and Blade Charge. So, guess was in our favor. So let's move on to our second matchup, which is Katana. So luckily, as we know, I've played Katana, so I kind of know about the moves that this person has been doing, having played especially Fearless, because we do both of the low fan and the Edenian Twist. That being said, the Edenian Twist is being used in a really interesting way here in tandem with Ground War. One thing that I want to point out is the throw techs this person has are quite good. So here we are doing our mix-up in the corner. Again, our 1-2 leg kebab hits almost everybody, but it's not a mix-up unless, boom! There we go with the punish. So I could tell by playing this person, we dropped that, but it's okay, we got something out of it, that they have largely gone unpunished on the low fan and the Edenian Twist for the majority of how they're playing. And that's something that I run into a lot when I'm teaching people, is they will do something that is unsafe or maybe not the greatest spacing because they've been getting away with it for so long. But when you get into playing a little bit more competitively, you do want to be careful with those moves because somebody will punish it. There's always a lab rat. So there's a really interesting way of using the Edenian Twist there that I wasn't able to use in Fearless because I didn't have the Ground War available. So that actually throws me for a loop for a large portion of this matchup until later. So there's our anti-airs. Again, Baraka's anti-airs are so gross, dude. And I just hop right over into a fatal blow because here you go. It's all for you. Stab him in the neck, in the back. I could continue that on. So here we go into the zoning war a little bit here, which Baraka can't really win. Didn't let them steal their turn back there. I put the flag down there. That was probably the only time that I'd ever meant to put the flag down. So I wanted to put the flag down so that I get a little bit of a damage boost on my projectile so that I could win that last projectile exchange. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that read, because they were just kind of sitting and waiting, and I used that opportunity to just be like, well, I'm planting my flag. This is my country. Tarkata. Rah! And then I got the win on the trade, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, getting into this next match here, again, just smoked with the Edenian Twist. Now, thinking back to it, I'm not super sure why I was blocking low. I guess the low fan is pretty quick and a bit of a nice using it for a splat there. Then again, we use the for our +8. They respect it, as they should. Some people don't, and that's why I always do the forward 4. Again, so here they're mixing up the Edenian Twist at the end of the string, where I would normally use low fan. So they're using it in some really interesting ways, but it is very unsafe if it's blocked. But they're using it in a way that kind of not ensures that it's not blocked, but it makes it really tricky to block. Because playing a katana normally, I have never really seen that option. Most katanas go for a completely different variation. And then I'm getting the flawless blocks on those low fans as well, which seems to be something that's kind of throwing them for a loop. There's a punish. That down 1 somehow hit. And down 3, that was a bit of a scramble there, but hey, we pulled it out. So, like I said, pulling out's important. Can be, depending on what you're doing, I suppose. Into another crushing blow punish. Into another crushing blow punish. Boom. And they read the throw there, so they're trying to go for the low profile. I read the high, so I went with my down 1. And I'm going to break out of that every time because I know having the Edenian Twist, she doesn't have access to the ass. breakaway armor breaker. So that is kind of one nice thing about that crushing blow, is that you don't have to worry about breaking your armor. So when I was playing Fearless, I would always make sure that I would do my, well, not always, but I would do my best to make sure that I would use that move when they had no defensive meter for that purpose. I would save that read for that. Or when I had a Fatal Blow available, because that breaks armor as well. But there's their crushing blow. That is that is not an instance of me using the flag the way that I wanted it to. I was trying to go for down 4 leg kebab, and that does happen to me sometimes when I input it too fast. Another armor break, and we already got the crushing blow on that, I think. Yeah, we did. So I just opted to corner switch and put them in the corner. And we get Brutality Tier. Womp womp. But what can you do, right? You get outplayed. My mantra: if you don't want to get teabagged, you don't want to get brutality, you don't want to get fataled, you don't want to get friendshipped, just win. Your opponent's in the right to go ahead and do those things if they win. It's part of the game, man. So that's kind of how I deal with it. I tend not to do that stuff myself unless it's been provoked, but just because I want to move on, I just enjoy playing. I just want to play the next match and have something interesting happen. Forward 4-4 right off the bat. No crushing blow. I really like their variation name, actually. It's pretty cool. And another crushing blow. I get that one a lot. Blade Charge is a move I'm not sure that I would give up. Now, you see their over-reliance here of that back 2 into the Edenian Twist. They've hit me with it almost every single time. So why should they stop? Just keep doing it. They're getting mileage out of that move. There we go. Interesting I didn't special cancel that into anything. But it is what it is. Right now I notice they're camping the interactable, so I stop. Bam! Smoke that down too. Smoke that down too. Because I didn't have enough faith in my standing one to anti-air katana. Her jump attacks are ridiculous. And again, like almost every time, I'm thinking to myself, I need to do something about that Edenian Twist. Think I might have gathered enough information at this point to be able to defend against it. So we're going to see what happens here. Projectile War. Baraka can't usually win that unless he has a huge life lead. There's the low fans. Short hop. I really like their use of short hop, actually. It's something I don't really see, and especially for Katana, who doesn't have a whole lot of super duper crazy mix-ups. It's actually really good for her to throw that into her repertoire, as it were. I believe that's one of the last times I get hit by a Edenian Twist. And we're moving into the last round here. Last round, last game. That kind of thing. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Scoop. I just want to get her into the corner and do my business. Me jumping like an idiot. Now I'm reading that they've been using the Edenian Twist more than they've been using the low fan. And they've learned their lesson about breaking away. And there we go. We're going to use the punish on the low fan. So now we're rocking here. You know what? We've figured out the matchup. We figured out their strategy. We're just breaking out everything so he doesn't have ass available. And another punish. Saying that the strings, they're more likely to use the Edenian Twist than the low fan at this point because they've been getting away with it. Back and forth. Oh no, with the crushing blow! Oh, with the combo drop! And the Edenian Twist right over us. That is the story of the Edenian Twist, the downfall of the Edenian Twist. The move that was getting us the most was their demise. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you're new here, because we make new videos almost every single day. #Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.